Okay, we're going to take a look at transformations of the vertical and horizontal kind on an exponential graph. So we've got the basic graph y is equal to 3x, and so we know that the points are 0 and 1 and 1 and 3. When we plot a graph like this, basically, if we're doing it by hand, that's all really we need is points, and we know that the x-axis is the asymptote here, and so that doesn't change. Now, let's take a look at what happens when we do add a number to the exponent x, so that we now have an equation that looks like this. 3 to the exponent x plus a, and a can be anything. So if let's just say we make a 1. So we slide the slide, we've made x plus 1 as our exponent. Now, take a look at what happens to the graph, and look at where the points are now. Here's 0, 1. It is now over here at -1 and 1. And this point here from the original graph, 1 and 3, and now is at 0 and 3. So what does this do to the graph? Well, it basically shifts all the points. So if I go to 2, that point now from 0 and 1 is now -2 and 1. So it shifted the graph by 1 or by 2 or whatever the case may be. So a being added to the x moves the graph. All right, so if it's going to be 1, it moves it to the left 1. If you go to 2, it moves it to the left 2. And let's say I go in the opposite direction, so I'm now going to go -1. So this point, this is the one that we want, so we don't need this one. But look at what happens. So from 0 to 1 to 1 and 1. From 1 and 3 to 2 and 3. So this graph has now been shifted to the right. All the points have been shifted to the right by 1. So we know now that a move 1, we add 1 here or 2 there, we go to the left by that amount, and if we add a negative value, we go to the right. So it's opposite. So remember, that transformation being added directly to the x means that we go opposite and we go either right or left.